Hi, welcome to the Boston Talkatives. I'm your host, Martha Washington. Today we are going to interview three people. Our first person's name is General George. Hi, welcome to the Boston Talkatives. Tell me about the Boston Massacre.
Well, it all started when Crispus Attucks was causing trouble and leading a group of sailors to protest. The British soldiers and many colonists got into fistfights with each other. So on March 1st, 1770, angry colonists surrounded Hugh White and his fellow British soldiers, and the soldiers panicked. They fired into the crowd, killing 5 people, and it was a huge tragedy that day.
It sounds so horrible. Do you have anything else to say about the massacre?
Well, I heard my other colonists that the soldiers were put in court and defended by John Adams, a cousin of Samuel Adams. Adams opposed British taxes and did not like having British soldiers in Boston. Still, he felt the soldiers deserved a fair trial. The court ruled that the soldiers were not guilty of murder.
Do you know why the court didn't make them guilty of murder?
I think the American colonists were attacking first, so the British shot just to defend themselves, so it was just self-defense.
Thank you for sharing. Our next person is a Patriot witness. Welcome to the Boston Talkatives. Tell me about the Boston Tea Party.
Well, in 1773, Parliament passed a law about the Tea Act. The Tea Act was about one British company, which was the East India Company, who would be the only company allowed to sell tea to the colonies. If you owned a store in the colony, you had to buy tea at the East India Company and still pay the tea tax. It was so unfair. The colonists did not like that idea, and the colonists declared that British would not be allowed to send any ships to unload at any colonial port. Then, at the night of December 16, 1773, members of Sons of Liberty disguised themselves as Mohawks and snuck up on the 3 boats. They were shouting "Boston Harbor at a teapot tonight," and chopped open the chest of tea with axes and dumped the tea into the harbor.
That sounds like something that takes a lot of courage to do. Our next person is a British girl who thinks wrong about us Americans. Let's see what she has to say. Hi, welcome to the Boston Talkatives.
Hi, it's great to be here. I have a lot of things to say on my mind, so make this quick.
Well, what do you think about the Boston Massacre, and why was it so important to punish them?
Well, it was important because they broke the law the Parliament wrote. And they did the actions, so they have to face the consequences.
What other punishments did they suffer?
Well, the British soldiers that had been moved after the Boston Massacre are now being sent back, and colonists are being forced to house and feed them. Also, the colony of Massachusetts is under British control of a general named Thomas Gage. Another one is that the port of Boston is closed. No ship can get in and no ship can get out.
Well, that seems really bad punishments. It seems hard to suffer through the intolerable acts. So thanks for sharing. Well, that's all the time we have for today. I'm your host, Martha Washington. Thanks for joining us at the Boston Talkatives. See you next time.